How do you help your athletes bounce back from disappointment? In this video, I am going to provide a few sports psychology and performance coaching tips to help your athletes bounce back faster from disappointment. Athletes, one of the toughest experiences in your athletic careers you have to face is suffering early playoff exits, especially those that are unexpected. For example, the Iowa Hawkeyes and Caitlin Clark suffered an early second round playoff exit in Caitlin Clark's sophomore year at Iowa. They lost to Creighton in the second round of the NCAA Tournament unexpectedly. The Hawkeyes and Caitlin Clark had the goal of reaching the NCAA Final Four during her sophomore year. In Caitlin Clark's freshman year, the Hawkeyes reached the Sweet 16. In the sports world, athletes, once they have success, people in the sports world expect the athletes to take it further the following season. The Hawkeyes unfortunately suffered an early second round playoff exit to Creighton unexpectedly. It was not a good way to end the season. It was a very disappointing way to end the season, especially when you have the high goal of reaching the Final Four to build on your success from the season before. How do you help your athletes bounce back from disappointment? Get your athletes to write down what are their thoughts, what are they doing, what are they focused on when they play their best games versus what they were doing, what they were focused on, and what were their thoughts during the game in which the disappointment occurred. Doing this activity is painful because athletes do not like to reflect back on painful experiences such as losing in the second round of the playoffs. Doing this activity is necessary for your athletes to become aware of what they were doing, what they are focused on, and what are their thoughts when they are performing at their best versus when they are performing poorly. This prevents them from making the same mistake again for this upcoming season. Next, get your athletes to write down mistakes they made in that game in which they suffered the disappointment. In the Hawkeyes case, it was the second round exit against Creighton. What mistakes did they make? Doing this activity increases your athlete's likelihood of not making the same mistakes again in games they have this upcoming season. Next, get your athletes to write down what areas of their game they need to improve and get better. To increase your athletes' chances of having a more successful season next season, and to increase their chances of getting and keeping an athletic scholarship for college, your athletes need to continue to get better and continue to find what ways and new ways to improve their game. Get your athletes to write down what areas of their game they need to improve and get better. By this, I don't mean just their physical sports skills. I also mean their mental game, such as motivation, lack of confidence, trouble focusing on game day, performance anxiety, nerves taking over, negative self-talk, the lack of motivation to put in the work during the regular season and before the playoffs start, factor into the early playoff exit. Was it lack of confidence on game day and focusing on your mistakes that you made and missed shots rather than focusing on your success and all the other times you have repeatedly made the shot in previous games, get the rebound, made the steal, come up with the block, or whatever the case may be? Was it having trouble transferring your performance from practice to game day? Was it self-doubt? Was it nerves taking over? Was it negative self-talk? This is not a comprehensive list, but examples of performance issues that sports psychology helps your athletes solve that can decrease your athletes' chances of performing at their best in games and decrease your athletes' chances of getting and keeping an athletic scholarship for college. All right, everyone. I hope you all found this video helpful. Leave any questions you have in the comments below. I will come back later and check the comments for questions. Book your free call with the link below this video and find out more about how Driven to Peak Performance increases your children's chances of getting and keeping an athletic scholarship for college. All right, everyone. Take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care. Bye.